What's up, YouTube? Back with another tutorial. I'm going to show you guys how to make some tiles, in particular brick tiles for your games or anything you want to use it for. Again, pixel art used in games, but you can do it for anything you want. Want to make pictures, doesn't matter. But I'm gonna show you how I make pixel art, make the brick tiles. And the thing I want you to understand is that when we do this exercise is that you got to use your imagination. I can't make you use your imagination. I can't really teach that, but just keep that in mind when you're making stuff. One thing about pixel art, like I said, is very small. Oftentimes you're working, you shouldn't make pixel art no bigger than probably 32 by 32. Once you start going beyond that, it stops pretty much being pixel art. So we're working with 8 by 8. This is just simply a grid I set up. You go to an Ace Bright, go to View, go to Grid System, and you can set your grid. And this is just to separate the individual tiles. Come and show you how I make my tiles. Now I'm using Pico 8 preset, and this is how I do it. So this would be where I would set up the full tile, like all the pieces. And there's going to be four corner pieces, one at the top, one in the middle, and two at the sides and one at the bottom. Now, all of this is going to be based off of what you make in the middle. So you make one in the middle, and the rest of the tiles fit in. Like I said, we're gonna make a brick wall. So because it's 8 by 8, I already made in another file, an 8 by 8 square. So we're gonna go ahead and start making the brick. Now, what you could do is there's a tile mode in Sprite, and this is very helpful. When you make the middle one, you want to use both axes. And here you can draw whatever you want, and it will duplicate the line. Now, when you exit out of this, just to show you what it does, this is what it looks like. So this would be one tile. So this is kind of just showing you in this mode what multiple tiles would look like. So we're making a brick wall. Again, use references, but I've made plenty of brick walls. What do brick walls look like? Pretty much a bunch of squares. They're normally not completely lined up on top of each other, so you don't really see. I mean, you could do this, but there are tiled walls that look like this, but this doesn't scream brick wall. Brick walls are kind of off center, so you do something like this. No, well, well, messing up already. You want to do something like this. You draw this. Oh crap, dragging up already. Go over like this, and let's see. You want to make another line, probably halfway. That way, like I said, you go back. Now it looks like two separate lines. This is one tile. So you go back and you add one line down. Already looking like brick, right? Now you don't want to do this because again, looks like tiles. Like more of a tile. If you've ever seen a tile bathroom or something, it doesn't look like brick. Bricks often look like. Why is that not working? Oh. I'm pressing Control Z to just Control Z makes you go back a step. You do something like this, now it looks like a brick wall, and you're done. You made a brick wall. But obviously, we want to add color. Again, I'm using Pico 8, a very easy to use color palette, at least for me. Like I said, you want to use simple color palettes. I went over this in the first tutorial, but I'll keep bringing this up as long as I can remember to in all the tutorials. You don't starting off making pixel art or making any type of art want to have a big color palette. You do not want to have, let's say, all the arsenal available to you. Think of it like, since this is since I use pixel art for gaming, just imagine if you played a game and someone gave you all the tools of the game as soon as you start playing it and they didn't teach you anything. You're just going to not know what to do. You're not going to really know where to go because you have too much available for you. And that's the same thing with colors. You want to keep it simple. So I use Pico 8. You can use whichever one you want. You want to use a different simple one like with limited colors, cool, but I'm sticking with Pico 8 just for this tutorial. So what do bricks look like? Bricks are red. They can also be gold, they can be green, they can be any color you want. You can be creative, but bricks are typically red. So we got a red right here. Go in, and now we got ourselves a red brick wall. And we go back to see how it looks. It's going to look like this, but let me show you what happens. So select this. We're going to press Control C, which copies it. Go back over here, Control V, paste it, move it in the middle. And then we do Control V again, move it in the middle. Now we're not going to leave it like this because we want to make corner pieces, but you see how it looks like a brick wall filled in? So you could leave it this way, but I'm gonna show you how you could do what I like to do. Like I said, I like making stuff look like comic books. So I always add an outline around things I do. So I'm gonna go back over here, deselect, and you don't have to leave it this plain. To me, this is fine. Again, we work with pixel art. You don't have a whole lot of space on an 8x8 picture, so you don't want to add too much detail. But you could go further if you wanted to. Like, let's say I wanted to. Let me see. Let's say I want to do something like, I don't know, make parts of it look darker. I could do something as simple as that. Like I said, on a small piece, little goes a long way. If I want the brick to look more round, I could, kind of round it out like that. The bricks look a little bit more round. And let me bring this back up again. The preview. Where is it at? Preview. Yeah, you can add little details like that to the brick, or maybe you want to add like a, let's see, what's a good highlight? You could use pink for a highlight, but that'd be kind of too crap. That'd be kind of too I mean, you could do this, but it's kind of really what how would I explain this? Fantasy looking, or like, if you want, it just depends on what you're going for. But as long as the colors match, you can use it. You can go in with the white. It doesn't matter. And like I said, bricks don't have to be red. As long as the colors match, it's going to look good. You can go in, and now this looks more like an ice wall. It's ice now. Or, use your imagination. You add some bright green, and you got this bright green brick wall. You could go on for days. This is just a bunch of squares essentially. So, you want to make a gold wall? Here you go. Gold brick wall. I actually kind of like it. Let's see. Both work, but I kind of like the white better. Oh no. Kind of like the white better. That's actually pretty nice. I might use that for something. But let's go back to the red. And it doesn't have to, stop there. You can, this is a darker, this purple kind of goes in, like I said. And you have this big line here, so you don't want to draw this here, because then it's like too much. See what I'm saying? Just add that one dot there, and you got, you probably, let's see. Now that kind of changes it too much. Like I said, you just want to mess around with it. See what you like. That's what a lot of art is. When I watch tutorials, the reason I wanted to do these type of videos, a lot of people already know what they plan on doing because they've done it so many times, and you don't hear the artist explain. Look, a lot of times, man, you're sitting there and you just you just you're throwing stuff at the canvas. You're throwing stuff at the wall until you say, "Hey, I like the way this looks." And it's always good to write stuff down, to remember stuff, and keep it in the back of your mind so that next time when you make the same thing again, because look, if you're making a bunch of games or whatever, you're gonna probably make a bunch of brick walls, a bunch of similar objects, but you're gonna try to make them look different every time. Because you don't have to. We can make this wall different. It could still be a brick wall, but let's say I want to do something like this. Let's say I wanted to I wanted. See, how can I do this so you guys can see what I mean? I don't have to make it this clean looking. I can make it like, if I add a black dot here, it looks like there's a chip, and we're gonna do that later. It looks like a chip in some of the brick. Now the bricks aren't perfect. You know, they're not just perfect square, like the bricks are broken up. You know, you could do stuff like that. It doesn't really, whatever looks nice to you. But we're gonna leave it this way for now, and we're gonna bring those kind of chips back in a bit. But this right here is fine. Do we still have this piece here? All right, cool. So now I'm gonna show you how to make the top pieces. So you go to tile mode, and you want to use the x-axis, right? Now, technically, I could leave this the way it is. Because remember I said I want a black outline, but see this looks too similar to this. You're not going to see a big difference. So what I would do is I would actually take this line and just draw a double one. Now it's a thicker black line, letting people know, okay, this is clearly an outline. This isn't just this line again. So that's what I would do. You want to just keep it simple, do that. Now, using your imagination, if this line was here, it would kind of imply something must be there. Something is making this part darker. So then what you could do is add this darker reddish color underneath. You know. Oh yeah, to do this, this is a select, just press Control A, copy, Control C, Control V, got the top piece. Now let's do the side pieces. Go back over here, and you want to, every time you make a piece, you go back to the original. Do not like don't mess up and go with, always go back to the middle. You use that piece for every creation. Now, let's see. We want to do, I could just do the bottom now, but that's not the order I go in. It doesn't really matter. We're going to do the side. Now, again, remember I'm doing the side, but I'm doing the top left corner. So I'm doing this over here. So because I'm doing the top left corner, I got to remember to add in, so it's even, my double black lines and this dark purple, right? So do something like this. Double black lines, dark purple. Oops, don't want to go over that brick. And then same thing, Control A, Control C, Control V, and you have it there. But you say, huh, that's just the same thing, ain't it? It is. So let's make it look more like a corner piece. What you could do is let's go in and, oh yeah, I forgot one more part. Almost forgot this. Gotta add the side. That's what you gotta do. Forgot about that. Now you could double it up to keep it like the big double, like everything a double border, but you don't have to. Matter of fact, we'll leave it. We ain't gonna do the double. It doesn't matter either way. It's just create a like whatever you want to do creatively. But I'm gonna go in and also remove a corner to make it look rounder. So it's still selected, copy. Now it looks like I have a rounded end on my corner. Now this is something I had to learn, is that you would think I should be able to take this piece, right? Flip it, I'll show you, and it should just be it should be even. I don't have to do that side, but that's not how that works. So if I go over here, oh, first let me copy it, paste it. It's paste. It's just you can't see it because it's on top. Flip it horizontally. You would think I should be able to just slide this over here, and it works. But if you see, look, this line is missing because it's not even. It's not the same piece. You can't do that. So it's going to make the picture look funny. So you still got to go back, deselect this, go back over here, and all you got to do, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Don't have to erase no more. Go back, or rather redo. Add the line. How many pieces did I move off the top? Corner piece. Let's see, like this. Control C, Control V. Oh, well, wrong one. Control V. Do it over here instead of over there. And now you got yourself a corner piece. Now, what I could have did too was um could have added some dark areas around here, but I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do around there. So you should already know what we're gonna do for the side pieces. Well, for the side piece, I remove the black border, and all you gotta do is do this. This is for the right side, and this is the left side. That simple. Now, you might say, well, hold on. I couldn't copy this and put it over here, but can I copy and put it down there? You could, you could, but well, let's see. Let's test it out. Can you? Can you do that? Let's see. Copy, paste, vertical flip. Will this work? Nope. Can't do that. Messes up the tiling. So, got to go back over here. And what we do for this corner piece, same thing. Go back to neutral. That's a good thing. I'm gonna start calling it that. The middle piece is neutral. Go back to neutral. And we're working at the bottom. So we need to put a black line at the bottom. And we're doing the left side. And we're gonna round it out the same way by doing, let's see, one. Can't do it like that necessarily because we're not doing double lines at the bottom. I mean, we could just make it simple and do double lines at the bottom. That way we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, let's just do that to make it simple. So, Control A, Control C, deselect, go in, go back to neutral. Black line, black line, black line. Take this off. Control A, Control C, Control V. Now, go back over here. Go back to neutral. Oh, that's not neutral. But go back to neutral. Go to the x-axis again. Now we're doing the bottom piece, and because all we really did was add two black lines. There we go. Control A, Control C, Control V, and you got yourself a brick tile. Now, again, this covers the middle, side pieces, top, bottom, and this is pretty simple. Just got a little dark up here, and that's it. But just you going off this, we can kind of add a little bit more detail. You want to, you go in and add these bricks, make these bricks dark down here if you want. Um, let's see, what else could you do? You could add some cracks. Go in and with the black and go in and just crack up the bottom like this. Yeah, you got some cracks at the bottom, or you can even, you know, do a little bit on the sides, add a little extra detail, whichever you want. And because, we already have this like this, again, let's say you like this brick combination and you're making a game and you say, all right, I got a brick combination now, but I want another one that's no different than this, but I want a different color. Like I said, just go in, change the color. let's see, turn this off so that all the red is gold and now hold on, we do it this way. Like this, yellow. Now you got a golden brick wall, or you can have light blue, dark blue wall, ice wall or whatever, or maybe you don't want it to be dark, maybe you want it to be light. You want it to be, just to look like light is coming in. You can just mess with the colors. Like I said, as long as the colors match, it'll fit right in. You can have a bunch of different bricks. So imagine you can make this one picture, change the color a bunch of times. You got a bunch of different bricks. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Was this video helpful? Anything I missed, let me know so I can go over in a future video or future tutorial where I show you guys how to make other different pixel art. I also will have some tutorials soon on coding and things like that. But anyway, peace out. Keep gaming, keep creating, keep drawing. And like I said, practice every day, do it every day. Just make sure that you're practicing good technique, you're practicing good art, because you can practice bad art and all you'll do is just be good at making bad art. Find an artist you think is good, find some work you think is good, and strive to go in that direction. Now, if you like some bad art, to do that too, hey, look, it is what it is. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.